There you
Oh,
are.
okay.
Hi.
Okay, good. And you?
Look at that view.
The view, yeah. You just saw it in the morning too, just, I
I
mean,
did.
it, sunset also.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on, please. Did you get your tea or coffee?
Have a little Diet Coke, I'm not going to lie. Full with lipstick all over it.
You look so happy and nice.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I can see
Happy to
that.
be virtually in Istanbul, which I love Istanbul.
When was the last time that you were here?
A while ago. I think 2004.
Oh, it's been
I
so long
think,
time.
yeah, I think before I had kids.
Yeah, it's been 16 years. Oh my God, too much time.
Too much time.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we can start. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our live interviews. Today, our guest is a famous interior designer and decorator from New York City. Her name is Alexa Hampton. She does many exclusive and luxury projects all over the world, from France to China, Mexico to many states in USA, especially in New York, in Louisiana, and many states. And you've done many beautiful layered urban apartments, expensive town and country residences, private airplanes and yachts, Alexa, and also your name to Architectural Digest 100 and House Beautiful Top Designers list as well as El Decor. We really like your projects too much. Welcome to our live.
Teşekkür.
Thank you, rica ederiz. Welcome to our live interview. We are so happy to see you here, Alexa. Thank you so much for your hospitality at your house. And it's really nice to see you.
It's nice to travel abroad, even though I'm at home. So thank you for asking me.
Thank you too. Is it your first interview with a Turkish company?
I now live on Instagram. I'm no longer an actual human being. I only exist on Instagram. It's weird.
Yeah, I see that you're really social on that site. Yeah.
Yes.
We can see that. Yeah. Alexa, before introducing yourself, of course, you have many followers here. We do the same. We also have many interior designers and especially the people from the sector. How is the situation is going for you now? You're in New York City at the apartment, and did you close your office?
I'm not in, well, I normally live in New York City, but right now I'm on Long Island at my mother's house.
Oh,
And it's been great because the kids can go outside and play on the lawn. And, it's just been a wonderful luxury. And my mother's not even here. So we have the place all to ourselves.
yeah. And you close your office now. Everybody works at home.
Yeah, I haven't closed it, but we can't go. But my colleagues have all gone home. So some people are in North Carolina, Nashville, Florida. We're all over the place.
Where's your office now? Is it in New York City?
It is. It's on Madison Avenue, right next to Barney's on 60th.
Next to Barney's. All of us know Barney's, of course.
Yeah. But now Barney's is closed.
Yeah, like everywhere.
Barney's. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Everywhere's closed. It's also here in Turkey. We have a religious holiday. It just started today.
Yeah. Yes. Eid.
And we have 4 days of. Sorry.
Happy Eid.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we are not allowed to go out here for 4 days. We are all locked down until Tuesday evening. But for 1 month or for 1.5 months, we used to get for the situation. So it's okay. At weekends we relax. We do some interviews like that.
Did you break your fast yesterday?
Did I do what? Yeah, fast.
Break the fast yesterday? Yeah. Was it amazing?
It's done yesterday.
The day before. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you're all close and everybody works from home.
Yeah.
How was the situation in New York City? Is it better now?
Well, I drove in the other day and people are just wearing masks and you have to wear gloves everywhere. And it creates anxiety going out because you're very stressed. Like, what did I touch? What did my child touch? So the minute we got in the car to come back, it was like a huge relief. So even though they say we'll be opening soon, I will, I don't want to be the first. I want to take it slow and steady and be safe. I don't want anyone being sick, of course.
And New York City was one of the
hard hit
one,
yeah.
In the world. Yeah, this is what we see on the news mostly.
Yeah,
because it's really a small island that many people live in an island, so not that.
And how is Istanbul doing?
Well, it's okay now, for at the moment. At first, it was the worst city, of course, still worst city in Turkey, but it's getting better day by day. Now, I think after this holiday, we are able to go out from better conditions.
Yeah.
But it's not finished yet. It's not done yet.
No, it is not. We'll see.
Yeah. And can you introduce yourself to, especially for our Turkish followers? Where were you born? What's your education? How did you start that business?
Sure. I was born in New York City, but neither of my parents were New Yorkers. So I am a first generation city dweller. I went to the same school in New York until college. And then I went to Brown University in Rhode Island. And then when I graduated from Brown, I went to grad school at NYU's Institute of Fine Arts. However, I always want to be very clear about this. I did not finish my master's. But I have a joke that I often tell, which is I have 2 honorary doctorates from the New York School of Interior Design and from Moore College of Art and Design. So my joke is that I got twice the degree with half the education. It's like a bad way to get a degree. But I started working for my father, who was, in my opinion, the greatest designer ever on earth, but certainly in America.
What name?
His name is Mark Hampton, and that's the name of the interior decorating company that I still run. And he was amazing. He did amazing residential work for all kinds of people in all kinds of places, from Saudi Arabia to England to the Bahamas and all over the place. And he did the White House and he did the embassy in Paris. He was just fabulous. And so I started working for him as a 13-year-old, going every summer for a month.
Oh my, you were so young.
Yes. And I wasn't useful at all. Obviously everybody in the office was probably irritated that I was running around, but, and my father probably most of all. Yeah. And then finally, when I graduated from school, I went full time, and then he was diagnosed with cancer in February of '98, and he died in July, and he just was 58 years old. So.
So young.
It's crazy. So I was 27 at the time, and just kept showing up to work, and it was kind of one of those, it's going to either go well or it's going to go badly. But it gave me, purpose and something to do and grounding and familiarity. And it's obviously was my chosen profession. So that's it. I just keep showing up to work.
And you continue until now, yeah?
Yeah. And 22 years later.
22 years later. Oh my God. And were you alone at that time, or did you have any brothers or sisters?
I have an older sister, but she is not interested in the business.
Oh, what does she do?
She's an actress, and she is mostly a stage actor, I should say. And she does a lot of theater around the country. And right now she is in Florida with her husband, sheltering in place.
Oh, okay, so she lives in Florida.
Yeah, she lives in Florida and New York. So this is terrible. She just had booked a Broadway show.
This is what I was going to
ask. Right.
And
then boom, coronavirus, and then it gets.
Oh my God. So if coronavirus didn't exist, she would be there.
Yeah.
In Broadway.
And she's been on Broadway before. I'm very proud of her. She's really an amazing actress. She's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a musical or something like theater?
It was not, though. She toured with she toured a musical, Spring Awakenings, around the country with her husband, and that was a musical, and that was wonderful.
Yeah, you're really lucky that to be in New York. You know, you can see many musicals, theaters. It's really
Well, I mean, like Istanbul, it's being in a really thumping, thriving city is exciting.
Yeah, sure.
And if you're from New York, like I am, coming out to my mother's house in Long Island, where the trees and space, this is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, these birds are really loud.
Really, yeah. I think the same. You know, when you're in New York, you can't see so many birds or trees. Just Central Park is okay.
People.
But But if you go out of the city center, the other parts of New York or New Jersey, it's really, you have much more chance to see these kind of things.
And I've been to Istanbul twice, and my Greek husband and I, both of us, it's like one of our favorite cities. Yeah. We just, the hustle and the bustle, and then all the beautiful architecture. And my favorite mosque is the Süleyman. I know everybody loves, well, he loves Hagia Sophia because he's Greek. Yeah. But I'm all about Süleyman. I just loved it. You have to bring me back.
Yeah,
the minute I can.
This is what I'm doing, the online interviews at my house, especially with this wonderful view, because
so amazing.
I mean, I didn't see such a view in the world like that. Maybe it exists, but I haven't seen until now. So it's really lovely. And I know that you were here for a wedding.
I was there for a wedding, and then I was there with friends and their parents, who are very, like, this wonderful couple who are Parisian Australian, and they took us everywhere and showed us. That was the first trip. And my husband and I one night went to Ulu's 29 for dinner. Yeah. And we're sitting there, and I turn my head, and I'm sitting next to John Stefanidis. Really? Who's a famous decorator who I know. I'm like, how is that possible? I'm sitting in Turkey randomly next to somebody I know.
Yeah, sure. That restaurant, Ulus 29, is really famous. Very famous.
Oh, so fabulous.
So you can see anybody in the world over there. Yeah, it's really lovely.
Oh, and I remember we once saw Pavlos. Who did we see outside the pool at Chiran, the prime minister of somewhere? We saw movie stars around the pool of the Chiran. We saw Diane Kruger. We saw the prime minister of somewhere. We just felt like we were in a Fellini movie. It was so exciting.
It's like Beverly Hills, sometimes.
Yeah. Well, or the fantasy of Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah. And where was the wedding?
The wedding was at the Chiran.
At Chiran Kempinski.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a huge wedding outside on the Bosphorus.
Okay. And was the wedding of a Turkish couple?
He's Indian, and I forget where she's from. Oh, she's Turkish. My husband's saying yes, she's Turkish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say hello to Pavlos. Pavlos,
Jem's saying hi.
Pavlos Posista.
Posista. Pablo. What? Miachara.
Of course, in Nagala.
So for you, since you can speak Greek, I will tell you my Turkish is teşekkür ederim and sevgilim.
Who taught you this? Pavlos?
No, Pavlos doesn't speak Turkish. I have a bunch of Turkish friends. So.
By the way, I have many friends here. One of my friends, Yeşim, she lives now in North Carolina. She also worked in Chiran Palace Kempinski. And it's really a lovely hotel,
Really. Great hairdressers. Hairdressers at that salon. And remember, they used to have the Caviar House.
Caviar House, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So good.
Let me see if there's any question. Many
sure.
People say hello. Until now, I think there's no question. Okay, they can ask.
Nobody cares.
Okay. Now, I would like to show some of your first your, I mean, now you're not at your apartment, you're in Long Island. So I will show your apartment and some of your
Perfect.
products, and you can say, introduce them to us.
Perfect.
Hold on, please.
Okay, this is my apartment in Manhattan. So what's fun about working in Manhattan is that anywhere else in the world, when you have a house, you want to make your house speak to where it is located, right? But in places like Istanbul, in a building, or in New York, you're in a box floating on top of the world, and you kind of don't have to relate anything to what's outside. So I chose a very neoclassical approach to my apartment. This is our dining room. My husband had 4 requests for our apartment. He wanted maps of Greece. He wanted a green dining room.
This is the maps of Greece. Okay.
Yes, that's a map of Greece. And actually, I had that printed. It's not an antique. I had it printed. We folded it up, we crumpled it up, and we cut it, and then framed it and poured tea on it to make it look antique. I'm telling you my secrets. So it was also this final version of our apartment, because New York apartments are very small, and we combined apartments. And this last version, we've been here for 20 years. This last version allowed us to be our grown-up self. So we finally got a dining room. This is our family room where the kids have a TV. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. And I got to use a lot of color, and I got to make risks that I had been too timid to make until I knew I would be there forever. So that's, again, the family room with the TV you can just see in the background in the bookcase. And the great thing about this apartment, that's my bedroom on the left, and that's my daughter's bedroom on the right. The great thing about this apartment is those windows in the living room, dining room, and family room. They're huge casement windows with very tall ceilings in those rooms, and then there's steps, and there are a few fireplaces. So it's really, it's a fun place.
Alexa, what did he put on the ceiling now? It's something like red. And what is that?
That's a canopy bed. It's a bed that comes over you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yes, it's a purple silk paisley from Clarence House.
And what I see, you're really brave at using the colors. You know, you don't use always
at my house.
You use everything.
Well, I felt like this was my chance. That was my boys' room, and they had those bunk beds, and that bottom bunk turned into a desk, and then you could pull it out, and it would then turn into a bed. It was really fun. The photo in the TV room above the sofa is a Massimo Listri. He's an incredible photographer. Look him up. You can buy any of his prints. This is our tiny little black kitchen. But we've got a lot of light in the apartment, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And I'm used to small apartments. I'm a New Yorker.
Where's the apartment? Where is it situated?
Why, are you going to come and stop by? I will say I am very near the 59th Street Bridge.
59th Street of Bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it?
Dude, I can't go in public saying exactly where my apartment is.
Okay. You know, I know really New York, many streets.
Well, you're coming over.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to know. Just call me and I'll pick you up.
My uncle had a restaurant in New York, in Turkish restaurant.
Called what?
It was many years ago, Deniz. It was called Deniz. Maybe you've been there.
Deniz?
Yeah, Deniz.
In Queens?
No, it's the 57th Street, First Avenue. But it's
wow.
Many years ago. Yeah, it was really fancy. But it's been so long time.
Yeah, sure. Wow.
And this one is Park Avenue Duplex Apartment. This is one of your projects.
Yes. This is for a young couple who have, as you see, a Park Avenue duplex. They're younger. They're in finance. They wanted to keep it cleaner. They wanted to use fabrics that were more youthful. So instead of like heavy silk curtains, we gave them wool sateen. As you can see, I love using those bamboo blinds. because I think they bring in a little quality of organic, materials to a room. They had two rooms that opened onto each other. This is the library opening onto that living room. Then this was a mix of high and low, some antiques, but then some furniture that you can buy for the masses.
Mhm.
This dining table we had made in London, it's a jupe table, the kind that twists and it opens up and you can put pie pieces of table in. You can expand the table.
Mhm.
And it's a lacquered room. So it glows you can see there just to the right of the window, how it's really shining.
Yeah.
And I love a lacquer wall, and dining rooms are a great place to have lacquer walls because everything happening in the dining room is happening in the middle of the room. So you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about bumping into them.
Sure. Here,
Because they're so fragile.
does the carpet belong to you? Is it your design?
No, that was an antique. I wish it were my design. It's a beautiful carpet.
Okay.
I love in my bedroom, which you can't see from the picture you have. I have a Turkish uşak, and uşaks are my favorite.
Really? Uşak carpet. Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it. I love the pile. I love the feel of them. They're so soft, and they shine a bit, and they're fantastic.
Next one.
Oh, how many coats of lacquer? A million. I mean, until you get it right, you got to keep going. This is the Quag Club at Halleck House in Quag, New York, which is right near where I am right now in Southampton. And it is a private club, but it's also a hotel. So a group of friends got together in Quag and they bought this old house. This is the dining room. And we just tried to make it, it's so hard to find cute places to stay out in the Hamptons. So they invested all this money in doing this. And they have a waiting list of 400, and they're booked when there's no pandemic. They're booked all the time, and it just made me so happy that their efforts worked out.
Nice. The next one is Louisiana House.
That is Louisiana. So isn't that beautiful? That makes me very happy, that room.
Yeah, that one is really elegant. The carpets, the photos, the pictures. The furnishings. Curtains.
This makes my heart pump a little. I love this room. This room is on the cover of my first book.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a rug that we had made from an example that this rug vendor had. And we actually made those chairs as well, because even though they are based on a beautiful French design, wonderful old antiques, especially dining chairs, sometimes are not built for the 21st century ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're all a little bit bigger. So we needed to take that beautiful design and grow it a little bit so they could really entertain and be comfortable in their seats. But these people were wonderful. They hired me before I think I was 28 when they hired me. And they trusted in me, and they gave me this wonderful task. And as happens a lot of the time, like I love this couple. I mean, you grow to be like family members because you spend so much time. And then this house in particular, we built it. They lived in it for 1 year, and Hurricane Katrina hit. And it flooded the whole ground floor.
Really?
I mean, I had traveled to Italy, selecting the stones, everything.
When did it happen?
In 2005. So in 2006, we had to do it again. We did the whole thing again.
Oh, you did it again. But you were...
New floor. We did it exactly the same, but we had to do it again. Does that kind of break your heart? I broke my heart.
And you were just... Did you tell that you were just 28 when you started that project?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you were so young.
And they trusted me. I mean, I love them. Boy, do I love them. And I knew when I was doing it, I said to them, I feel like this is going to be one of a kind. Like the one in my lifetime, I will never do necessarily another house like this because a lot of people don't live like that.
Yeah, sure.
And I just felt this is very, very special. This is going to be one for the books for me because it was an adventure in formality.
It was a big experience for you, to do it again and, many things happen.
Yeah. That wasn't the good part of the experience.
Yeah.
But the painter Botticelli, do you have more slides of this interior?
for that one, I don't know. Now I will show your products now.
Okay. So in that house, you know, the painter Sandro Botticelli, who's at the Uffizi in Florence, wonderful painter of the Renaissance. He had the homeowners owned a huge round painting that we put over a mantle in the library that was from the school of Botticelli. You know, it wasn't Botticelli, but it came out of his studio. So after Hurricane Katrina, you know, everything went up into the attic. There was artwork. And then we got them all out into the Met to do the restoration work and to scan it. And in the process of restoring that painting, they discovered it was a real Botticelli.
Really?
So that was the silver lining of Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, and you also didn't know that, yeah?
No, nobody knew it. Nobody knew it. But once they cleaned it and did the x-rays and everything, they discovered it was Botticelli.
It was real, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I said to the homeowner, I'm like, this is great. Aren't we lucky? And he's like, lucky? My insurance.
Wow. Now, I will show our followers the products that you design. You
Yes,
do many
please.
designs for many materials and many brands.
Yes, I love designing product. My day job is obviously decorating, but Alexa Hampton Inc., you know, my decorating side is Mark Hampton Inc. And then Alexa Hampton Inc. is what I put all of my product under. So as you can see, I do lighting for visual comfort and for generation lighting. I do shades for the Shade Store, furniture for Theodore Alexander, bath accessories for La Brazil, carpets for Stark, mantles for Chesney's. I do quite a few categories because that's really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm very fortunate that they allow me to do it.
That's really proud of you. You know, it's Theodore Alexander, you know, Visual Comfort and Company, you know, and also for lighting, you have Eastern Accents for lighting.
Yep. And S.A. Baxter is an incredible company for hardware. And Chesney's is wonderful for mantles. I mean, I'm very lucky to have, you know, I seek out wonderful partners. I know what I don't know. So if I'm going to be doing lighting like this, I need to partner with a company that can guide me so that I make the right choices.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Los Angeles.
Yeah. Sorry.
So what's nice about that is I'm not an athlete. I don't have physical hobbies. So getting to sit around dreaming of lamps or, you know, what would be a great sofa, that's for me the stuff of dreams.
Well, what's your favorite design? For example, for Theodore Alexander, what did you design?
I can't pick a favorite. That's ridiculous. I really, really love them all. And I intend to own many. And some are designed after pieces I made for my own apartment. So they are very personal. But I will tell you, since you are my friend from Turkey, that I have a dear friend who is originally, well, I mean, he's Turkish. His name is Turgut Ergisi. And I have a sofa in my Theodore Alexander line called the Ergisi sofa. And it's very plush with Ottoman-esque details. So it's great.
So you also like Turkish products, yeah?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think you mostly use Turkish marbles and Turkish carpets over there.
For sure, Turkish carpets and also textiles. I get a lot of, you know, like Uzbek through Turkish vendors. Mm-hmm. So I'll look online for pieces of textiles and I'll go through Turkey to get them.
Yeah. We have really wonderful materials. Do you use wallpaper at your projects, Alexa?
All the time. And in fact, there was a little lull, maybe in, I'd say 2005 to 2015, maybe. There was a lull where a lot of wallpapers went out of production. You couldn't get them, or they were all just very plain. But in the past 5 years, boom, the wallpaper world has exploded again. And I love wallpaper. I really, really love it.
What kind of wallpapers do you use mostly?
There is no mostly. I will use fun graphic wallpapers. I've recently been having a lot of fun using little wallpapers on the ceiling. I love, do you want to see one wallpaper that's in this house that is amazing?
I mean, if we were in your house, I would ask you so many things, but now we are so limited. But
well, this is a beautiful room, so I can show you this.
yeah.
So this is my father's decorating. Hi, mommy. My mother just joined. Okay, so this
Hello.
is the beautiful living room. Can you see it well?
Yeah, we can see.
So this is where I've been hanging out during quarantine. And
You also like sculptures.
oh yeah, love. And that's where I'm sitting, you can see. And then more importantly, beautiful day.
That's really nice. Who did the
And
landscape of this house?
who, what?
The landscape architecture, who is?
My father and mother designed it. They figured out what they wanted. But hold on, let me see if I can flip this. Here we go. This is my favorite wallpaper. I am taking you into a bathroom. I apologize.
No
But
problem.
this is a Pugin wallpaper. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's amazing. At first,
Very elaborate. And I'm not going to show you the toilet because that feels weird.
No problem. It's natural.
So there you go. And hold on,
What
I'll do this one more time so you can
What
see.
else
Yeah.
Oh, it looks elegant.
So that's where we're hanging out.
Are these your designs, some of them?
No, this is my father.
All
You
of
know,
them belong to your father.
All of them. First of all, this is my mother's house. So yes, they all, it's all my father's design. And when you're lucky enough to have a father who is a great designer, you don't mess with what he did. You know, I don't come in and say, hey, let's repaint the walls. There's none of that. So Serena, the wallpaper it's called Gothic Lily. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's called Gothic Lily. And I don't know if it's made anymore, but it's beautiful. It was designed by Pugin.
Yeah. Serenat is my sister. She is also interior designer like you.
Ah, hello. Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Only one. One is enough.
And that's right. And she's a designer and you're in the business together.
Yeah. I mean, this company, her first capital letters, SK. So we opened the company for her, but now it's also our business.
You all piled on. A woman can't have any peace.
They're all locked down in that business, Alexa. Let's see if there's any question. My friend Onur Aygenç, he is the vice president of Interior Chamber of Istanbul, Interior Designers Chamber. Everything in its right place, he says.
Nice. So when you bring me to Istanbul, will he show us around?
Of course. There are so many things that I would like to show you here, because it looks like New York a little bit, like
yeah,
the Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, or George Washington, whatever. This is Asia. The other part is Europe. It's like Jersey and New York, but
it's not like Jersey, New York. It's so much cooler. I remember being at the Chiran and getting on a boat and going across the river to another continent for dinner. We had dinner in Asia.
Yeah,
and then we came back over to the Europe side and went to one of those huge outdoor nightclubs that's on the water. And you told me the name was Reina?
It was Reina, yeah.
Reina. And oh my God, I remember dancing to 50 Cent. It was quite a night. Yeah, great nightclubs.
It was really popular at that time, a couple of years ago. Let's see if there are some questions. By the way, please, I know that you do a yacht design.
Yes.
And that yacht design, you did for a client, and that client give that yacht to a famous person. Who is that?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story. I have so many crazy stories. So this crazy story, I worked on a Fed ship. As you know, they're based in Amsterdam, actually in Ellesmere. But I'd stay in Amsterdam and I'd go to Ellesmere and we'd work on the drawings and the hull. And it took many years to work on this ship. And it was 60 meters long. and the client was very good friends with the Clintons. So we knew we had to do very important rooms. You know, this wasn't, you know, for family goofing around. They were going to have all kinds of people. And so just as we're finishing and installing, so I'm telling you, years have gone into us. We started when it was being designed and it was nothing. We're just about to install, and they sold the ship to Abramovich. And then Abramovich, because Abramovich had his huge ship being made. I think it's like, I don't know how, I mean, it's like the size of an island. So this was his little ship. And then he lent it. And then he lent it to Putin to go down the Neva during the anniversary of St. Petersburg. So I feel slightly touched by the glamour.
Yeah, yeah.
That was 2 degrees of separation.
I appreciate it. You know, congratulations. And sometimes he also comes here at the south part of Turkey.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one that you designed for him.
No. He's moved on to bigger things. I mean, like much bigger. 60 meters for Abramovich is like the size of a flip-flop. Or his bathtub.
And you also at the moment you have ongoing projects, and you have is it just done, or is it you still continue the one that 3,000 square meter of villa in France, the south part of France?
That's done, and that's a story I will. That's a project I will never shut up about, because it was so glamorous and so much fun. And when they hired me, so yeah, for 30,000 square feet in the south of France, you can't even. A lot of it was underground because you can only build so high. But when the wonderful homeowners hired me, I had asked through the project manager, you know, their property manager, I said to her, do I need to speak French for this? Because I do speak French, but, you know, it's been a while. So she said, oh, no, you don't need to speak French. I don't speak any French, so you're fine. But of course, I get there and I say something to them in French, and they're like, oh, thank God. Okay, now we're going to speak French. So I had a steep learning curve, because my French did not, you know, I'm like sort of fluent, but not in the building arts, not in construction. No. So I got an education.
Tu parles français très bien, je sais.
Pas très bien. Pas très bien. Mais merci beaucoup.
No,
and of course, being an American with like a horrendous accent is just thankless.
No. Your accent is really nice. I really like it. And let's see if there's any question. Hold on, please. Bruce Kelly worked on the landscape too.
Yes.
It was a gardener's cottage, Darling Dwayne, she said.
That's my mother.
That's your mom?
That's my mother, Darling Dwayne.
Why does she watch there instead of coming here?
You mean to Turkey or out to Southampton?
Where is she now?
She's in New York City on Park Avenue.
Okay.
She didn't want to come out here. She wanted to be there. She went, you know, like we all wanted to be home. The only reason we left is because our kids would have gone crazy.
Okay.
You know, my husband and I would have been fine, but this is a true luxury.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids.
I have twin boys and a daughter.
Twin boys and one daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, it's enough, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's enough.
Let's see. Chuck Shana Bolt, he says, Chuck the Brown walls are the best.
They are the best.
Yeah. Tuba asked, does she use Feng Shui?
I have used Feng Shui. I have one project that's installing next week that has been dictated by Feng Shui and the Chinese calendar. So we're moving them in on an auspicious day for the calendar. And I think a lot of Feng Shui rules are born out of common sense. For example, you don't want to be lying in bed looking at a bunch of doors. Of course not. You know, you know, like there's a lot of logic in Feng Shui.
Mm-hmm.
I also once had a project in India and went there to sign the deal. It had to be on an auspicious day. So, you know, I'm kind of superstitious, so I love things like that. you know?
Yeah, yeah. A friend of us from my college, she is also really talented in Feng Shui. She's also interior designer. But in Turkey, I think we don't ask so much things about the Feng Shui specialists. I don't know. I don't see so much, but it's developing day by day.
I think it's easier to do feng shui in a house than in an apartment because, you know, your apartment faces the water. It doesn't necessarily face south.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you can't orient it because you're in a building. Anyway, somebody asked what color the brown walls are, and they are Benjamin Moore it is Benjamin Moore HC67, I believe.
I like Benjamin Moore paints.
I do too.
Yeah.
I just bought a thing. I just saw it. It came out Instagram. Since I live on Instagram, they know when to get me with an ad. And there's a new device from Benjamin Moore that costs like $250. And you put it on a paint color and it tells you what the paint color is.
Really?
So I haven't tried it yet. I just got it. But I'm very excited. If that works, where it would really be amazing is exterior colors. And also when a room has faded and you want to touch it up, if you use the color fresh, it'll look different.
Yeah, sure.
So if you can put the paint identifier up to it and find the new color that would match with what it's faded to, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And they have really wonderful colors.
Yeah, they have wonderful colors.
I also like, some brands like Cole & Son, Farrow & Ball.
Love them. I love them, yeah. I love Farrow & Ball too, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Cole & Son's wallpaper.
Sorry?
I like Cole & Son's wallpaper too.
Cole & Son's also nice, yeah.
So are your wall coverings sold all over America?
Yeah, I mean, what we do generally, Alexa, we distribute some brands in Turkey, like Volquest, Carl Robinson from UK, especially Westex for textile deck vinyls. Also, 2 Italian brands we have, Print Quattro and San Giorgio from Italy. And we also do digital prints, murals in Turkey, and we sell them to all over the world. Also, hand painted, handcrafted.
Dude, you and I are going to talk after this.
Yeah, sure.
I do not have a wallpaper line, but I have many designs that I want to do.
Sure.
You're like, uh-oh.
we have many kinds, When you come to Istanbul, I will show you them.
Good.
A friend of mine, Shenai, she says, do you think that the lockdown and the pandemic that is happening in many countries is going to change the way we live in our homes in the long term? How will the pandemic affect our homes for the decoration?
Well, I am an optimist. I want to, maybe I'm not an optimist, but I'm a positive. I like to look at things in a positive way. I want to hope for the best. So yes, I do think this will change how people live. And on the good side of things, hopefully it will mean that people look around their houses and say, I can make this more to my liking. And they hopefully put the time into doing that because they might be spending much more time at home. So those little things that you put off and you don't pay attention to because you're not looking at them all the time because you're off at work, if you're going to look at them like, let's feather our nests, let's make our houses exactly the way we want to, if we can, as much as we can.
Yeah, this brings us to share much more moments at our houses. Before I used my house for like a hotel. I used to work a lot. I used to go with my friends, Alexa, outside. But for two months we are locked down. So I think it will develop decoration. Did you read that one?
I did read that one. It says, "Hi Alexa, I was trained at William Hodgins Inc." He is a genius, William Hodgins. And she says that the HC67 was the color of the firm's powder room, but lacquered to perfection. That sounds amazing. Now, my father's belief that he wrote about was that if you used a dark color, it would make a room feel bigger. A lot of people think that the reverse is true, but his notion was that if the corners are dark, you can't really see where they end. So it can feel like it goes deeper than it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you think that dark colors make it bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think good lighting makes everything feel bigger.
Mhm. Your mom said just posted about Bill Bryant's great book, At Home, Great History.
Yeah.
Many
Thank
people
you.
say that you are really positive, Alexa.
Good.
Yeah,
I hope to be. You know, I don't want to sit around, you know,
Mhm.
as long as we are all alive and safe, we have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I've also seen your, other interviews in advance before I did it. I really like your energy. You're always smiling. I think you're hyperactive, yeah.
On film. You know, the minute this ends, you know, the makeup gets washed off, the hair goes up, and I start frowning.
Now I'm gonna play your song, but where, after the pandemics, where's the first restaurant that you're gonna go, or first place that you really miss?
There is a restaurant by my house called Rosa Mexicano, and they have amazing margaritas and Mexican food, and I think that'll probably be the first place.
And do you like Turkish food? Do you
I
know
do
any?
like Turkish food. I do like Turkish food. And I like Greek food. I like all of those, but sometimes I feel like it's too fresh. Both of them are so fresh that I'm like, where are the preservatives? You know, like it's too healthy.
we have many things in common with Greek kitchen. You know, many things.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go to Greece for some holidays. Saloniki, Athens, Alexandropoli,
Yeah.
Mykonos, Santorini. You know, we see many things: desserts,
Oh,
beverages.
Mykonos. Mykonos is so dear to my heart. I have to go there before I see you. I need to go to Mykonos. Maybe then I go to Istanbul.
Mykonos is really lovely. You know, I've been there 3 years ago. I really enjoyed it a lot. People are really friendly, and you know,
And
many
it's
things.
great people watching.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. Hold on. This is your song. I think we have 10 minutes left. Alexa, this is your song. This is from Steve Wonder, Superstition. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder. Woohoo!
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Yes, sevgilim.
Love food, Turkish, Mexican, Italian. John Donaldson. Is the volume level is okay?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice
okay.
and discreet.
Sometimes it's too loud. My friend says turn it off. Okay. I've been going there since 15 years every summer. Hülya says to Mykonos.
Yeah, since my husband and I don't live in Greece, we wanted our kids when we went in summertime to have a connection to a place that they could feel like it was their home. And we just arbitrarily picked Mykonos. And so now they really feel like they have a part of them that belongs to Mykonos.
Shan Talbot, I know you were my spirit animal, margaritas. Yes, please.
You can't beat margaritas. Good margarita is unstoppable.
Another friend of mine, hold on, I need to turn it a little bit down. They say it's a very famous furniture company in Turkey, Alexa. They are called BMS Mobilya, BMS Furniture. I really like them too much. Their owners, their staff, their designers. When you come here, I would like you to see them, their collections too. Maybe you can work with them.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to expand my resources. I'd love to know more about where things come from so I can see them, you know, at the beginning of their journey.
I'm sure you need to meet them. They have really wonderful designs. They said dark colors aren't seen, so it creates infinity effects.
They say it again. They said dark colors are not seen, so it creates infinity effect. Yes. I totally agree. And somebody else said, will we see light colors or dark in the future? I think both, but I feel like I said this the other day, so I'm gonna back myself up. I feel like pink will be the color of the year next year.
Pink. Do you think?
Pink.
What is pink for you, for example? When I say pink, what comes to your mind at first?
for a wall color, very, very pale and shiny. Like pink lacquer is really sexy. David Hicks had a living room, and I think his wife, you know, that she still has it. Her living room in the country had pink walls, and it was such a beautiful pink.
What is pink for you? For example, when I say car.
A pink car? I think of a Cadillac.
Cadillac, yeah.
Yeah.
What about?
I don't know if I'd want a pink car. I think you'd drive around looking like a hot dog. You know?
What about fruit? When I say pink for the fruits, what comes to your mind?
Pink fruit? The pretty side of a peach. You know, when the peach gets very light.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. My friend Ayşe, she is from my college. She is really addicted to pink. Alexa, her room, everything is pink. Whatever you can imagine, you know, furniture, you know, clothes, you know, everything. She's crazy, like a Pink Panther.
I went through a phase like that, I think, but with purple. When I was 10, I would only wear purple.
Yeah. What else? If there's any question, who will be the first person you're gonna hug?
My mother.
Your mom.
My mother.
Of course.
We're all gonna tackle her. It's gonna be like a rugby. You know, we're gonna jump her.
Well, Guillermo is also our follower. Guillermo. He says, when I was a kid, I looked through architectural digest, and the interiors of Hampton would captivate me. It's wonderful to see that the family design legacy continues.
Oh, that's so nice. It is very fortunate that we kept going. It makes me happy to think that if my father can look down from heaven, he sees that Hampton Inc. is still going.
Yeah, it still goes on, and you can see that from the designs. Yeah. One of my friends said, does she dance well? Do you dance well?
I am a great dancer.
Really?
I am a great dancer. And you know, I wouldn't say that unless I were positive it were true. You know, in case I wasn't, I'd be like, well, maybe, but I swear to God, I am a great dancer.
Really? Did you ever try belly dancing?
Yeah. Belly or ballet?
Belly dancing, Turkish belly dancing.
I did not, but I feel like every time I take a step, my belly dances.
Maybe you can show us a little bit, Alexa.
No, absolutely not. No. How far are we finishing soon?
Let's see.
God, Stevie Wonder is just the greatest.
Well, I also like Stevie Wonder, you know.
Yeah.
Any questions? Any questions? Let's see. Where's your favorite cities, Alexa?
I love a lot of places. I love Istanbul. I love New York. I love Rome. I love Florence. I love St. Petersburg. I love Athens. I love Paris. I love Stockholm. You know, obviously, I'm useless at answering that question. There are too many places I love.
Yeah.
Too many. I love Mexico City. Sorry.
No. Mexico City you also like. What do you think about the interior design? Where is the center of the world? Which city really reflects you?
What do you think I'm going to say? New York, baby.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, that's my answer.
Yeah. You know, there's a famous Turkish fashion designer. His name is Atıl Kıtoğlu. He was the guest of BMS Furniture yesterday. He also answered the same, you know. I asked that question to him. New York, London, Milano, or Paris. He says New York. We can see anything in New York.
He's delightful.
Yeah. Especially New York City, you know. You can see many elegant people, elegant places. And, you know, I haven't seen any...
I mean, I said for interior design. I mean, Paris is obviously the style capital.
Paris, yeah. Paris is also nice, yeah.
Paris, Milan, yeah.
But in New York, when I was there, I saw so many, you know, last time, elegant places, you know, like Bagatelli, and also many. What was the name of the club on the uptown? La Boutique. La Boutique?
No.
Maybe you know. It's near.
Non, je sais pas la boutique.
Tu sais pas?
Je connais pas.
C'est au nord de New York. C'était très célèbre quand j'étais là-bas.
Really?
Il y avait un chanteur qui s'appelle chanteur de jazz. Il chante en général les chansons de Frank Sinatra.
Uh-huh. La boutique. I need to look that up.
You have to check it out. It's just next to Fairmont Hotel.
The Fairmont. Where's the Fairmont?
Uptown, near Apple. You know the Apple?
Yes.
I will send you the link later.
Okay.
La Boutique, cool. But it was really nice. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it, especially the restaurants. Have you been to Turkish restaurant, Nusret there?
I have been to Turkish restaurants. There's one, I don't want to say the name because I'm going to mispronounce it, but I'm going to try. Beyoğlu? Beyoğlu?
Beyoğlu.
That.
That's fun.
That one is nearby, and that's a really good one. But yeah, no, I love Turkish food.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go when you can travel?
I think the nearest is Greece now because of the pandemics. I think the borders are not going.
With that'll be closer, yeah.
And we can travel to islands, Greek islands here, or the Greek cities like Alexandroupoli here, because I think we can't go somewhere else in a short while. It will take maybe 2 or 3 months more.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, let's meet on the other side of it, okay?
Yeah, sure.
In the flesh.
I think we have 2 or 3 minutes. Please tell your social media accounts that for our followers.
I am on Instagram at Alexa Hampton Inc. And that's pretty much the only place I do social media.
That's the only one, yeah?
That's the only one.
Oh, okay.
And no more than ever. I mean, wow, I'm on it all the time. I need to self-impose a little break when this is finished.
It's just 1 minute for our ads. We are really honored to guest you here. Thank you so much for your kindness, your lovely smile.
Yes, thank you.
I hope to see you soon in Istanbul or in New York immediately. Please tell your last words and let's finish the conversation.
Teşekkür ederim. It has been my honor. I cannot wait to see you in Istanbul and to have a glass of raki with you on a boat.
No problem. When you come here, we will organize everything for you and enjoy together.
Perfect. Kisses.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice night. Have a nice day.
You too. Yeah, you have a nice night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.